What is going on, guys? It's Toby here, and today we're taking Sally to Georgia to my friend's house, who happens to be a mechanic, because I have to uninstall the Whipple Supercharger to change out a direct injection injector. So essentially what happened was that I saw on a log that one of my cylinder pulse widths for the injector was completely off, and I emailed the tuner and he said, you know what, it looks like your direct injection isn't working in that cylinder. From there I did a little bit of my research and I ordered a replacement injector from Ford Motor Company. So this is it right there, and this should go right into the direct injection port and it should fix it up. These cars come with both port and direct injection from the factory, so they have both methods of injection, but basically my port injection is okay and I'm running the ID 1050X for that. But what ended up happening was that my direct injection ended up going bad for whatever reason. Now I only have like almost 16,000 miles on this car, so I'm not really sure why my direct injection went bad, but hopefully this fixes my issue, because I was also running lean, so I got to check engine light for that. And obviously I'm going to come to the conclusion that I was most likely running lean in the cylinder where the direct injection wasn't working, because I was looking at the injector duty cycles and it was insane for cylinder number 5, so it was like 1,000%. So what I suppose what was happening was that the port injection was trying to compensate for the direct injection that wasn't working. Obviously you can see it all through a log, so I'll have to show it on my computer when I get a chance, because right now I have to go to the post office. Apparently I got some sort of package and now I have to pick it up there. I also have to send off passport pictures and then I'm off to Georgia. All right, so we're gonna try and record 2 things at one time, but this is the first time that I've driven the car in like a week because I didn't want to drive it when it was running lean. So here we go. Oh Lord, she's purring. Let me hop outside. But yeah, it doesn't even sound like I'm having any misfires or anything. It does have a bad outcome. Honestly, I need to do an oil change soon, but this is the device that I use to look at the logs and everything and basically know if anything's going wrong. So it's called a remote tuning device and it's from HP Tuners. I've shown it before. So yeah, essentially when I got tuned by Palm Beach Dyno, this is what they gave me, and then you just plug it into the OBD port and it's super simple. I actually showed how to do this and basically use the program, flash new tunes, and take logs in the latest videos. So if you haven't seen that yet, check it in the right hand corner of the screen. So it looks like this is where we need to go. I've never been to the post office up here because honestly I don't live in Gainesville that much. Like I come and go a lot, so we'll see. I think this is near campus, or it might be the complete opposite way. We'll see. I think we're also doing a few other mods today. So a new fuel hat for better fueling, because I can't keep relying on the booster pump. Like that thing is just so bad and it'll strain out your stock pump and basically destroy it over time. So I need to get off of that as soon as possible. And I think we're also doing a clutch spring assist, because this one from the factory has absolutely no feeling to it, and like when you try and slip the clutch when you're doing launches, you don't feel like the bite point at all. So this is supposed to be a little heavier, give it a heavier feeling, and then you know the point of engagement a lot better so you can slip it. Along the way to Georgia, I'm definitely just gonna baby the car, because running lean is super dangerous. Like it can cause a whole bunch of detonation, which is basically uncontrolled combustion, and your pistons can get completely destroyed, your cylinder walls can get wrecked. It's basically like punching the piston instead of having normal combustion. But I expect the route to be kind of scenic. Like it'll be cool and stuff to put it on the camera. I'm not even sure of which package I have here. Like that's kind of strange, because usually when you order something to the apartment, it goes through like a locker system and then they put it in a locker, but for whatever reason they didn't give it to me. And I'm slurring my words because I'm trying to focus on 3 things at one time, so it's like super difficult for me to multitask like that. But we're here at the post office now. Go ahead and grab this so I can pick up whatever's here, and we're set. Just got out of there and I suppose it's time to head to Georgia, but this package is from Russia and I have no clue of anybody in Russia, so that's really weird and I have no idea what's in there. We'll have to open that up later. I already can tell that I'm gonna enjoy this drive, because like it's just nice out today and it's not too hot, and I think it's like 40 degrees up there, so it's gonna be nice and chilly. I decided to wear shorts while working on the car, so that's not the best idea, but yeah. Highway is actually surprisingly empty, because this is Florida's turnpike and usually it's packed and jammed, but I don't know, not today. Like there's barely any cars out here and there's barely any truckers. I mean, the other oncoming lane is a lot different, but yeah, there's basically no one out here. I'm just chilling though. We should get to Georgia in like an hour. I can't wait to see like the exiting Florida sign and welcome to Georgia. Like that's so cool, because I went to Savannah a while ago and it was a really nice road trip. So far it just looks like Gainesville because we barely left, but the whole Whipple, taking it off and then reinstalling it, is going to take me around 3 to 4 hours. a fat job. And after that, we're gonna do the fuel hat, and we're also gonna do the clutch spring. So it's probably gonna be a full day of working on the car non-stop. What would have been cool is if Sophia or Cody were like cruising besides me. That would be a lot more fun. But yeah, I'm a lone wolf out here. It's kind of boring, but it's not that bad of a road trip. It's honestly like going to Miami from where I live at home. I never saw the sign for leaving Florida, but I do believe I'm in Georgia now because I saw someone just get pulled over and the car did not look like it was from Florida. It had like a Georgia peach on it. So we're definitely in Georgia now, and I think we're about 40 miles away. Yeah, so 40 minutes away right now. Never mind, there it is, boys. That's what I was looking for. Thank you for visiting Florida. So I guess we're in Georgia now, and we were just in super northern Florida. So we just crossed the border and we're 20 minutes away. So Jay lives super close to me. Like, it's not even far at all. I haven't seen one of those two-door caddies in a long time. They're actually quite rare, so it's funny seeing that, but we're 10 minutes away, so I'm super excited. Let's get hyped, boys. We're gonna fix up Sally. She's gonna be running perfectly. It did start raining though, just light rain, but I slowed down anyways because I still have PTSD from the whole accident. So I'm just gonna slow it down, take it real slow. Super close now, but this is like the south. So this is like a cool little road trip. I've been saying, like, it changes so much between Gainesville and Georgia. Like, the whole landscape changes. It becomes immediately more Republican. Like, you can just tell by the surrounding areas. Yep, I don't even have to ask Jay where he is. I can see the race cars right there. So the blue one is his. It has a blown MT82 right now, so it's a little bit out of commission. And the other one is a 10-speed, and that's his friend's car. Like, real street prep that you could buy and then put on your car. Like, I didn't think that was a thing, you know?
Yeah, it's one of the popular ones. They call it stripper glitter.
Got the car all parked up now. We're gonna start working on it. I think we're gonna do the fuel hat, right, Jay? Fuel hat first or no?
I don't know. Maybe we should see if the injector is fixed first, and then we'll worry about the fuel hat.
But what Jay just did is unplug the fuel pump relay, and now he's gonna start it basically to get all the fuel out of there. So this is just like relieving the pressure, right?
Yeah, but I do need the key.
Right here. Alright, we just installed the new cam. I'm surprised this thing is still running. Like, it's been a while with no fuel and it's still going, but I guess we just gotta idle it out until all that fuel's out. This is Jay's MT82 car. So he dynoed on a 325 pulley. You can hear the car cammed again, but it dynoed on a 325 pulley, 900 plus wheel horsepower, but he blew up the MT82. So right now he's waiting on a stage 3 Calimer build, and then he'll get it back and this thing will be ripping the streets. Now this one I think makes like 850 wheel horsepower. It's a 10-speed and it's an absolute monster. You can see the skis up front. I'm actually gonna take a ride in the 10-speed because it's best if we let this cool off before we pull all the coolant hoses off. So we're gonna be going in that monster of a car right now, and I'm gonna get a ride. I'm probably gonna crap myself, honestly. No, I feel that too. Everyone's like, what are you doing spending so much money on that car for?
They wouldn't understand. You gotta be a car guy today.
For real, or else you can't relate. Like, my mom gets so mad. She's like, what are you doing?
Same way my mom is. She don't complain about it too much.
Look at this though. This is sick. This is the GT350R one, right? Or the 350?
It's the
500. Just like the non-track pack one, right? Yeah, that's nice.
It's extremely dirty. We take great care of the vehicles around here, as you can see. By these sweet slotted and drilled rotors on here. They're not slotted or drilled yet, but if the rust sits on there long enough, I'm sure
it will. Yeah. 10-speed is like stripped, only has a passenger seat. I really like the dash though. Like, the carbon fiber is really cool. I wonder if that's an overlay. Yeah, it is. So this is probably from like Dyna Performance or something like that. We're gonna get some rips in this thing. Probably gonna shit my pants. F-150?
5.0 F-150.
Oh, is that the other one you're building?
Yeah, the one that's on my page.
What the heck? Oh my god.
I don't think they need to be warm. They hooked up.
Oh my god, this 10-speed's nuts. that ain't slow. What?
Only a 5.1.
Only a 5 second, 60 to 130. Not gonna lie, Jay, like I'm not I'm not interested in this much power in a car anymore. Like that's way too much. This thing's sick with the carbon hood. Yeah, so this is the VMP, what's it called?
Coyote.
Yeah, it's nasty. It's twin screw too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick.
I don't think it'll make it go that much slower, but it also flared on one of the shifts pretty bad.
So before we remove it, we're gonna clamp off all the cooling hoses to it so coolant doesn't go everywhere. We're not actually gonna drain it, we're just gonna clamp it and we should be good. So the first step is to release this coolant tank that just dropped and then release tension on the belt. Mr. J's got the quesadillas, so we're gonna take a lunch break. So those are just all the coolant hoses and getting them off. So much is coming out right now, but he's got it plugged. All right, here comes the other side. Should be good just to pull this off. Now it might leak a little bit, but it's not a big deal. And there we go. Oh, yep. You have anything to plug it, Jay? Now we're removing the intake. So we already loosened both of those clamps and you just pull it right on off. Release tension on the belt to get things going. And you're good, you're good. Just pull back. Boy. So we just got the belt off of the upper pulley and now we're set to pull the Whipple off. So I think there's just like 2 bolts on the back, right?
No, we gotta do all the bolts lining the whole lid.
Oh, like these?
But I was just saying the 2 in the back are.
Oh, okay. So what are we doing here?
Alright, so we're gonna pull all these bolts, pull the lid off the Whipple, then we'll detach all the lines from the fuel rails. Underneath the lid, there would be the 6 other bolts that hold the blower to the actual motor, and then we'll be able to lift the whole thing off, this whole assembly off.
I'm just getting all of them loose first. So Jay had to remove the K-brace because there's like 2 very different bolts in the back.
Sorry.
No, you're good, you're good. Keep going. So these 2 bolts, actually it's like 3, they're in the back, they're really hard to get to. That's all removed and then it should be a little bit easier because we have more room in there. So you have to use a swiveling socket to make it just a tiny bit easier and it should come out. So off comes the lid.
Okay, so this is your intercooler that's in the lid. You see right here, these are the tubes where the coolant actually flows through. So this is what helps cool the air down right before it blows into the actual bottom side of the blower and gets compressed.
Oh, so I always thought at the top. I guess that's on the I guess that's on the previous gen where it's flipped.
Yeah,
the Gen 4 Whipple.
So the intercooler is on the top on the Gen 5s and all the other Whipples were actually on the bottom. And that's how it traditionally is until recently.
And this makes it more efficient, right? Because it keeps it cooler.
It actually, I guess it is more efficient, but that might just be because it's a newer blower. But I think it's actually more to help it fit under the hood.
Oh.
With this bigger size.
Anybody wondering what the Supercharger looks like and the 2 meshing rotors when you spin the pulley? That's it right there. So the fuel lines are next and some vacuum lines, right? Or we already got those.
I think we already got those. So
coolant.
We're gonna pull all the fuel lines off. We're gonna pull the plug for the fuel pressure sensor, and we're gonna pull out the plug for the IAT tube in the back.
Okay.
And that should be the only thing restricted. Actually, there are some vacuum lines. You're right.
The Jay is just showing me how you take off that one fuel line with a special tool. He'll show it in a second, but yeah, he's getting it off right now.
Trying to, at least. It's not the easiest tool.
All right, so now that it's off, it's squeaking like Cody when I'm done with him in room 224. And that's just the sensor, right?
This is what this is the air temperature post blower. This is what it reads. And this is what you see on your dash.
So whatever gets blown in there.
Yeah, so as the air is passing by,
yeah,
it's like pretty much a thermometer and it picks it up and reads.
Wait, so what it says IAT on there is showing that and not this?
Yeah, because this harness right here, what it does, it powers the mass airflow sensor. It tells the computer, you know, how to read the data, but it taps in and actually reads the temperature data from here. So that's what this adapter is for.
I see. I don't trust myself to remove those bolts because I'm really clumsy. So Jay's gonna take care of it to make sure that I don't drop it down into the valves, and then I could really mess something up. After the bolts, you want to unplug all the injectors. We almost forgot to do that, and then we could just lift the bottom off. So it should be straightforward from there. Now that thing is super heavy, so I don't know how we're gonna record this. I got that on video. So which way should I grab it from?
Just try to get, see if you can get one hand here and then maybe grab that throttle body.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Jesus. It's like on there. Is there another bolt on there?
Let me lift the front while you lift the back.
Yeah, no, like, it doesn't even move.
Need more. Oh, sorry.
There's one more stubborn bolt, so it's on the bracket right here by the tensioner, and it's super annoying. Alright. Wait, so that's the last one that we were trying to wrestle out?
Yes.
That makes more sense. So this is what we suspect to be the culprit right here, that injector for cylinder number 5. So it should be pretty straightforward. We're just going to replace it now.
Everybody dropping the socket in.
Yeah, so we're taping these off right now just to make sure that nothing falls in there, essentially. Jay is a safe mechanic. This is the blown MT82 that I bought from Jay. So it's getting built by Calimer sometime when I have the money. So this is it right here. So now I'm going to try shifting it to see what the difference is between mine. Oh yeah. It's like much better. It's not like crappy shifts anymore. It's like straightforward into the gear. Like you're not guessing anymore.
Try wiggling it.
Like in gear?
Or like wiggling like neutral wiggle.
Oh, wow. Jay is releasing pressure from the high pressure fuel pump right now. Hopefully he doesn't cut his finger off.
I wouldn't tell people that. They might get the wrong idea. I'm just disconnecting it just to.
Yeah, I know. I'm just messing. Currently disconnecting all of the injectors. Just pulled the line that connects both direct injection rails. It was pretty simple, just used a wrench, and now we can actually do the injector. So this is the last bolt before we can pull the injector. What the?
Get my nuts! Get my nuts!
What the heck?
There we go. I'm scared to drop them. They can't. Where are they gonna go?
So now the fuel rail is coming out. Oh, that's what you were talking about. That right there is the bad one. Yeah, but still. But this is the bad one? Where is the bad one? Because this is what happens when you smoke on that 93 pack. But in all seriousness, this is the bad injectors. So I think it's pretty easy from here. We just got to put in the new injector in the fuel rail, put that back on, put the supercharger back on, a million bolts later, and we'll be done.
Through. It'll beep like that.
Yeah.
So I'll hook this up on one end. So that's on the brown.
And this is to check for the connection if it's good on.
Yeah, so make sure the wire's good all the way to the connector.
Just in case if it was the harness.
Yep, so I got it on the brown on this, and I'll touch it to the brown here. So the connection's good on that. I'll check the white with the green stripe. Third pin.
Good.
So the wiring harness is good, so it's most likely a bad
Injector. Okay. Okay.
Been CPR to the fuel rail to get it back in place.
Look at that, it worked perfectly. So the method he uses is 5 pumps followed by 1.
Me in the bedroom.
Looks like we're all set to put the supercharger back on, right Jay?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Oop. It's a pound of gasoline on my shirt. It'll wash.
Dude.
Yeah, it is.
2 people.
You have to use a torque wrench to tighten down these bolts, so to get the bottom on, and you have to follow a specific order, and we have that set right here. So now we're torquing the bottom back on to the actual supercharger. It's like 100 watt.
110 inch-pounds.
Yes, sir. There we go. Definitely pushing P for helping me with this. Right, Jay?
Yeah, this is how I got to go to my fingers.
Pushing P. Torque the lid, you do have to follow a specific order. Once again, this is a big pain in the butt, but we're ensuring that it's all torqued down properly. So I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna hand Jay the camera. There we go. Jay has this really cool Mountain Dew freezer, a mini one. There is not Mountain Dew in here. I'm gonna go ahead and check the air filter and make sure everything's looking good, because I was supposed to clean it out. Doesn't really look dirty, honestly. Not too bad. Turn it up. So now we're gonna go ahead and put in the new fuel hat. So I'm gonna pop that off. And then what do I do? Hey, that's a lot of pressure.
Don't be a
But I don't want to break something. Are you sure, Jay?
positive. Hold up. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Hey! Oh shit, gas is running out.
That's like a gallon of gas. Oh Lord, we got like a gallon of gas coming out.
$20 right there.
Take a rips on that one. So we got to drive Sally around because she has way too much gas in there, and then we can give it another shot. Today is the official man in the Mustang with the laptop, but we're gonna see if what we did fixed up the pulse width for cylinder number 5. So it should read normal now, hopefully. So we're gonna start the car. All right, so he's gonna start the car up, and hopefully, hoping for the best, it worked out for us. This is gonna be loud. What the heck? Got no fuel in it. We'll try because we drained all the fuel out of the line, so hopefully it goes this time. Or one more try. Looks like we just wasted our time because the injector pulse width is still way off, so I don't know what's up with this car. Like it's getting confusing. So since that didn't fix the problem, we're also, what are we doing? We're removing the fuel rail on the port injection. What else are we doing?
Yeah, we're gonna remove the fuel rail, just make sure there's nothing in the rail.
Clogging it up. And then we're gonna swap injectors, right?
Yeah, swap injectors, see if the problem follows the injector.
Yeah, this car is a pain in the butt, so hopefully it's that. We already took it apart one time. Hopefully we don't really have to do that again. Try and get off the fuel rail right now, and then I'm gonna do the other side and give the camera to Jay, because he's the official cameraman, right?
Yes, sir. Cameraman Jay.
So now he's got the fuel rail out, I think. Yes? Almost. This is injector number 5. We got the fuel rail out, and then we're gonna test it. For some reason, I can't say fuel rail right now. I don't know. Gonna give us an update there. Clean.
It's clean.
So it's not the fuel rail. Oh God, Jesus. We might have a computer glitch. We're gonna test it out, see if we can make the check engine light come back on and do some test driving. So Jay, you ready? All right, I'm letting him back out Sally. Oh yeah. Step number 2. Come on, Sally. Very close. My man is inching it out here. Oh my God. Little test drive, but I'm in the passenger seat. This is weird seeing somebody drive my car. Oh my God. But yeah, we're just making sure and seeing if it really is a glitch. So we'll be able to see some knock if it's not working properly. So we are seeing some knock at like, I don't even know, half throttle, right? In 4th, 5th gear.
Actually, I was wide open.
Oh, that was wide open. So wide open throttle, we're seeing 2.5 degrees at 5,500 RPMs. It starts there and then it like eases off. So definitely have a problem here. And now we're repeating our tests out here with the original Palm Beach Dyno tune. So I think I may have messed up and told Jay to do some pulls with the wrong tune on. That's on me, but we're gonna see what happens now. I still have absolutely no idea what's going on with the car. Basically, we did more test drives and that type of stuff, and I was still getting knock on the other tune. It looks like my cylinder pulse width for the injector on cylinder number 5 is still way off. So all of that work seemed to have done nothing. Now, there's no real way to confirm whether or not it's a glitch, but I know the car should not be knocking at 5,000 RPM. So it seems like every time you do a wide open throttle pull, it starts to knock at 5K, and then we have major issues from there on out. Honestly, I drove the hour to Georgia because I thought that Jay was going to be able to tackle the problem. He's like really good at what he does, but I suppose that this time he didn't have too much luck. So hopefully we can figure it out, but I don't know what to do. I wanted to make one more stop before I got home and discuss what's going on with the car. So right now I feel like we're dealing with an issue with the tune. So I might just have to switch up the tune, maybe ask for a revision or switch to Lund. I'm not entirely sure yet. So I'm almost home now. It's been raining nonstop, like basically the entire way back home, but I think that's just about gonna do it for this vlog. So if you enjoyed the video, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.